And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved Mega Base. Just the very beginnings of a Mega Base. This is kind of how it all starts. You know, I'm sure 50 episodes in, we're going to be on our way, but we've got to start somewhere. So here is where we start. I've smelted some more material, and we are on our way to automating our resources here. And one thing I want to make sure, because we're on hard mobs, you have to be careful, because Minox can spawn a little further up, so we gotta watch out for those. So let's keep an eye, because I was looking around, you know, I kind of mapped that area out over there for our mine shaft. Well, it just so happens that there is a hive right below the surface, right over there. So we've got to be careful because of that. And it looks like these are in the clear. So we can start this process. Oh, I miscounted where those were going to be put here. Let's fix that up. I actually want to go in under here. So right there is where I need to go up and in. So let's put that up like that. And then bend that around. Come out a couple more here. Make sure there's no Minox on there. And then we can finish this off. I would like to get a zipper merge going, and I don't think we can build one yet. So let's look at some more projects. I've done a bunch more scanning. You know, I went down, scanned that hive and all that kind of stuff. So nothing too impressive there. There's a 3-in-1 zipper merge, and that's not really what I'm going after. The research assembler I'm gonna need. Laboratory component I'm gonna need. Basic miner upgrades, of course we can't. Automation, can this... Ooh, look at all the stuff that this unlocks. Wow. Okay. So that unlocks quite a bit. It doesn't look like it unlocks the zipper merge though, but we need it anyway, so let's do it. So Spiderbot is probably one of the things that we're going to want. Garbage Thief is definitely going to be something that we want. 3-in-1 zipper merge. Is the regular zipper merge in here? It's not. And we are running low on research points. So this should now keep full of at least one material. So I want to keep pumping some things in there as they fill up. This thing is just pumping out the resources for us. And let's see if we can't build some more conveyor belts. Crafting. And for a test, I'm going to come down here. And before I build on this, I want to build one up here to make sure that a Minox doesn't spawn on it. Because if a Minox spawns on it, then we have a little bit more of an issue. We've got to put a battery here, and we've got to put some defenses down here. And that low storage is really annoying. But I want to keep that going for a little bit. It might not spawn right away, but I know hard mobs make them spawn much higher than they do on something like trivial or normal mobs. So we've got to keep an eye out for that. And this is just continuing to push stuff out. And let's see, 17 points left. Spiderbot is one of the last, and I doubt that will unlock anything other than his base. Yeah, base and a core charger. So there's going to be a lot of research behind that. We don't really have the points to do that yet. So we're going to need some of these miscellaneous things. We're going to need, oh, we're out of points already. We're going to kind of copper housing. So I'm pretty sure the research or something uses copper housing. Research assembler, yeah, copper housing. So in order to build that, we had to research that. So we can now actually build our, well, we could build our slime attractor. We're going to need a basic PCB for that, though. And I would like to start automating some of this stuff, but we just don't have the resources for it yet. And tin seems to be keeping up just fine. Yeah, 73, 73. So let's drop the tin that I have in there. Just so it doesn't actually mine too much of it. I still would like to get that slime farm going, but we're going to need a couple pretty advanced things at this point in the game for that. The slime attractor, again, takes basic PCBs, which, you know, you used to be able to craft by hand. The basic PCBs you used to be able to just craft like you would anything else from the manufacturing plant, but he made a change several months ago that you had to build them from the research assembler. So it kind of gated all that behind the research assembler. And one other thing I would like to do, I need to get some iron up and running somehow. And I'm not sure how to do it. There's some under that little pillar right there. There's some right under that. I was kind of looking around. And right under here, you go down there, it's a pretty long drop. So let's get something going here that we can actually find the hole to. As the iron is right under here, and I would like to at least start smelting some iron, and that would greatly speed up this process of early game, because with iron you'll be able to build the pretty much the standard hoppers, and that would speed things up quite a bit. Now we're right towards the end. I need to be careful. And let's build that with some white light. See, you can see it kind of just drops out here. Ow. Owie. Okay. Get our vision back. And I need a place that I can grapple and land. So let's do this. And I'm not sure how much of this stone I have, so let's just build one out here. I've got quite a bit. I can build one whole wall like that. So let's see how much iron this is. This is going to be a good amount. 2.6 million. We're getting really good with the veins in this game. And let's see. Let's just plan on having something like this. And I need a battery. Let's throw some power in there, let it start, and I'm gonna need to actually pull this ore out. Whoa. What happened to all the power? That was weird. Arthur just drained. So yeah, we're gonna need a hopper down here. And how much iron do I have? 10, that's 5 bars. Not enough for a hopper. I would like to get enough for a hopper. That's 7 bars. I think it's 12. I think it's 12. So we're gonna need 24. Let's zip back up here. And definitely down this far, Minox will spawn. So we gotta be very careful about how we handle the movement of materials up from there, because they will spawn that deep. I need to close that off. 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure it's even, because I need to smelt some of this iron. So let's throw it in our inventory here. Let this thing smelt a little bit. Let's look at the storage hopper. Oh, it's only 10 bars. So we're gonna just need 2 more. So let's head back down there, grab whatever ores are smelt or are mined out of that thing. Oh, it's this wall. There we go. Whoa, did I launch that out of the... There we go. And let's put some more in there just to smelt them. 16 free. Looks like we have no iron actually being smelted yet. There's probably a lot of material in there that we're going to need to cut through before it really focuses on iron. So this is like early game. This is when you're sort of having to hoof the material up and down and get it going. So this is pretty much enough time to see if a Minox spawned down here, and it does not look like it did. So let's pull up. Let's pull up some of this copper. I actually don't know at what point the Minox spawn on hard mobs. This is my first ever playthrough using hard mobs. So if anybody knows what it actually is, let me know, because I would love to know what it's gonna, when that sort of surprise happens. So this is where I would like to have a zipper merge to zip these two together and get a more even split. And I have a bunch more tin on me. And I have a little bit of copper as well. Get rid of some of this ore. Oh, there's some iron. So let's put that in our hotbar. I will eventually be automating a lot of this stuff. I just want to get the resources built up so I can focus on building rather than moving material around so much. It's kind of a process early game, even with the the upgraded build gun, you still only have one smelter. I mean, the care package is great. I love having more energy and all of that. But it would be nice. So, Arthur battery core, yeah. Power core is built. Battery core, he must not have a battery core. Arthur upgrade pack. Yeah, I would need lithium for that. But the battery core, I should be able to save enough copper for the battery core. There's exactly enough copper right there. Kind of want one more bar of copper, just so I don't lose. If you use it all, it goes away. So I'd like to. There's the battery core. Now he's going to be able to charge even more. Massive amount. That's why his energy went down so fast. I was so used to him having way more energy that when he is just without his battery core, he only holds like 64 power. But with his battery core, he holds like 20 or like 2,000. So it's a huge difference. Okay, come on, iron. I know you've got a lot of miscellaneous stuff to chew through, but it would be nice to have some iron. There's some iron. So we're going to build a hopper and head down back to iron and get that going so we can jump down there, grab some iron, and get it smelted a little bit faster. Oh, this wall. So it's out of storage because it only holds 24. And we are going to increase the storage. Oh, nice. So the hive is somewhere in here. I forgot where. There it is. So that is a dangerous spot for a hive. I actually put that wall on the right spot so I can just move the material up whenever I get to that spot. I'm going to need to find some lithium as well. But this first iron will help me get to that point, because you need iron to build more extractors, and all that stuff sort of comes from your first bout of iron. I need to grab that storage hopper. There it is, copper. Let's get the iron out of there. I want to throw some copper in there. Before I let loose more tin, I really would like some more copper. And why is this? There we go. Maybe I should do one more of iron before I do that. That might be a wise thing to do. Just get some more iron smelted before I unleash the tin. And I can't build a zipper merge yet, I don't think. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Those are all the tricky hopper mod, which I will put to great use in this build, in this playthrough. It's going to be pretty epic how much material we're going to be having to move around, and so that hopper mod will come in very handy to move material. So yeah, we've got copper coming up, tin coming up, we've got iron being mined, and I just have to figure out a way to automate all of this where it's a fair deal all around, because otherwise it's just going to be all tin. And while, you know, tin is great, I need all the other bars in order to really kickstart this whole process. So let's hop down here. There's only 64 in there? Wow, this thing is slow. I'm gonna throw some more power in. Grab what iron we have. Oh, wait. No, don't. There we go. I want to offline warning false on all these. I also want to do it to the coal, because that's more or less pointless to have that. Coal, where's the coal? Yeah, you just hit T and it turns off the warning. I can do that to this one down here. There we go. I would fit faster motors, but I'm going to need more power distribution for that. This little bit of power that these things move is not enough. This 0.9, it's just not enough to fit in drill motors and all this stuff. So let's throw in some iron. I want to get some iron going. Getting a good amount of copper. You can see we've got way more tin than everything else because this thing was able to process tin quickly. I think the care package, if the care package included like 3 more smelters, that would be great. And I don't mean basic smelters, I mean actual smelters. That would be awesome. That would make this early game process so much faster. And we just don't have anything to scan, although I would like to find lithium. But we have run out of time. I want to get that slime attractor. Look at all the slimes around here. It is crazy. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.